length is 1.125. Enter. And hit OK. That's line. Turn that off. Then I have another line over here, horizontal line. And that line is going to be 3.75 diameter. You see that circle, guys? So radius is going to be 3.75 divided by 2, 1.875. There we go. That's the length of that line. Okay. And then I'm going to create this line here. The top circle, the radius is 2-inch diameter. Radius is 1 inch, right, guys? Okay. Now there is an arc, 625 arc radius, and that starts with that endpoint. So we're going to go to arc polar endpoint, circle endpoint, arc endpoint, arc polar endpoint. Let's do that. And the radius is 0.625. Enter the endpoint. This is going to be my endpoint. And I want 0. You can have a full circle, doesn't matter. 180.
Negative.
Negative will go that side. I'll go 0 to 0, complete circle. I'll say minus 180. That's going to go on this side. Plus 180 on that. From this side, oh, come on. So let's make it 0.
You had it set. It was set at the end point. Does it matter if it's a start point or end point? Go back to that.
It just always said the start point, where you want to start.
But the bullet was on the end point.
It isn't on anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Circle arc over endpoint.
On the very top, it says end point.
There you go. 0 to 180 should be okay now, I guess, right?
I'm gonna reuse that one.
Yeah, pay attention on this start point. All right, that's that. And then this arc is, if you assume that it's a line, that arc is going to be tangent to that entity. So this is going to be your arc tangent, one entity, and the radius is 0.5. So I want tangent to this, and this is my tangent point, and I want this arc right here. And then I want to make a fillet. And that fillet is between this and then the radius of fillet is 250, that's good. Yeah, okay. So, with that, I can create a solid using this option, revolve. I want to revolve this entire chain along this axis. So go to revolve. So take a chain. This chain has to be a closed chain. Anytime you work on solid guys, the chain has to be closed. So I'll pick this chain. Well, I hit OK. And it's asks you select a line to use the axis of rotation. It's always a center line. There is useful. And that's my solid right here revolve. So let's undo it, do it one more time. Go to revolve. I'm going to change the level. This was my geometry number 6 to level 2. Level 2 is going to be my solids. So, go to solids, select revolve. It says select chain to revolve. This is my chain. And chain, okay. It says select line to be used as the axis of rotation. The center line is always axis of rotation. Don't pick this line, don't pick this line. It has to rotate, just like your wheel. The axle of the wheel, to rotate about the center of the axle. This is revolving around this right there. And it okay. All right, so now we're gonna talk about those two handles. There's one handle and then there's a blower where your hot air comes out. So we're gonna go back to level, go back to your geometry level and turn this guy off. And so the handle is on the right plane. So I'm gonna go to construction plane, right. Graphic will also right. So I'm going to draw that in my construction plane. In construction plane right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a rectangle. So I'm going to create a rectangle is 0.375 high. This is your construction plane, right? And my Z is going to be from origin positive. How much is your Z positive? 4 inches. You see that, guys? You see on the blueprint? Yes. So I'm going to create that rectangle here first, and that rectangle is 0.375, and it's 1 inch. And then there is a radius. How much?
3, 2.
2. This side is 0.2. This side is 0.3. Two different radiuses. This is radius 0.3. And again, this has to be closed too. So I'm gonna have that chain at Z positive 4 inches, and I'm gonna extrude and boss it and add that into the other body. So let's draw this drawing. The construction plane right at Z positive 4 inches. Here we go. Go to Z, I'm on construction plane right, to Z 4 inches. And my wireframe rectangular shapes, and I'm gonna use this option right here. And the width is 1 inch. And my height is 0.375. And I want this right there. Look at that. From the origin, this is Z positive, how much? 4 inches. Okay? Now I can make those radiuses over here, F9, I'm gonna turn those axes off so I can see better. So this fillet is how much, guys? 200, right? 200. And the other fillet is 0.300. Perfect. So go back to level, done solid on. Go back to solids. Extrude. This is my chain. Is it okay? And chain. And that distance. Are we going to create a body or are we going to add a boss? Add a boss. You're going to say create a body, you're going to see another solid over here, which is not good. So that means this is not a part of that. We say add a boss. and the distance, 4.
2.5.
Even if you go 4, it will not go up to 4, it will stop right here at the body. Once it's gonna touch the body, it's gonna stop. Look at that, it's not, if I'm gonna say okay, it will not go up to 4 inches. It will stop where it's gonna attach to the body. Distance from here to here is 4, right?
Yeah.
So it will not go up to 4 inches, no. If you put less than 2 inches, 1 inch is gonna go up to here, watch here. If I'm gonna go say extrude boss, I'm gonna say only 1 inch, it will go up to, it will not add even a boss up to 1 inch. If you say even 2 inches, it will not go even 2 inches, because it's not adding it, it's too short. You go 3 inches, maybe, there you go. Right? Let's try 2.5. 2.5 is exact length. I want to go 2.4. It still works. 2.2. No, it added a little bit, touching it, but not 100%. See that guy? There you go. Add it up to here. So this is how your boss works. Yes, if you don't say I want to create a body, a different body, then it's okay. So I'll go just be on the safe side, go about 3 inches, that's it. And then okay. Even if you go 4 inches, it will still work, it doesn't matter. So that is, it doesn't matter anyway. I'll hit okay. And regenerate. There is my that. That's my handle. All right. Now I want to create that, what do you call it, the outlet where the hot air comes, the fun part. So look at that drawing. It just tells you the center line of that radius, which is 1.25. So I'm going to create that in the front plane again and extrude this out, add a box. So go back to level, select your geometry, turn the solid off, and I'm gonna go to construction plane front, make sure my Z is 0. So, distance from here to here is again 1.875, right guys? If you, I'm talking about this drawing right here. So, from here to here, this is 1.875, this is also 1.875 this side, is that right guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 1.875 radius, right? Total is 3.25, right? Then I have, that drawing, and it doesn't say the radius, we have to figure it out. I have that drawing from here to here. The center line from here to here, it says 1.25. Right guys?
Yeah.
So I want to draw a line from this point to this point. How much is my this line? And that will be the diameter, and I'm going to draw this radius of that arc. So I want to create this. So how much is, I can start at 1.875 for sure. What would be this length? So this is 1.875 minus 1.25 will give us this distance, right guys?
Yes.
1.875 minus 1.25. 0.625. So this is 0.625, right guys? So the radius of the arc is going to be 0.625. So how much is the diameter?
110.5.
1 point,
125.
1.25?
One.
Yeah. 1.25.
1.25, right?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna start a line at x minus 1.875, a horizontal line with a 1.25 length. Make sense? So, let's create wireframe, make sure you have construction plane front Z0, a line, and that line starts where? At minus 1.875, right guys? Comma 0, starts there. So I'm gonna just put it right here somewhere and put this length. How much is the length? 1.25. There we go. Is that clear, guys? And right here I'm gonna create arc endpoint. Create arc endpoint. Radius is 0.625, if that's what we got, 0.625. And start from here and there. Select this off. There it is. Is that clear, guys? So now go to solids. Extrude again. Let's go to level, turn the solid on. Alt S, I'm turning this off so I can select that. Hold the Alt key, hit S, guys, so I can see that drawing. Or you can go under your, remember, so it might be right here. You can go use this one here, outline shaded, sorry. Right, I shaded that, there's your wireframe. It's your wireframe. Turn that. Shaded. Hold the Alt key, hit S for shaded. Easy. Alt S, Alt S, Alt S. Both at the same time. Hold, keep pressing the hold and hit S. Okay? Alright, Alt S. So here comes my solids. I'm gonna extrude that. There we go. And I'm gonna make that what? Out of
4 inches.
moss. Look at that. If I'm creating a solid, it's creating a solid. It's creating a solid. You cannot tell the difference until you see the solid over here. You say create a body, let's create a body. And what's the distance, what's the total length? 4 inches, right guys? I'll put 4 inches and I create a body, hit OK. Now look at this, you have another solid. And this is separate. If you click on that, that is separate. This is not part of that. If I'll delete this, that is gone. If I'm going to try to delete this, that everything will be deleted. So keep an eye on that. That's solid. It doesn't have to be solid, okay? Go all this. Let's do it again. Solid. Extrude. Take that chain. And chain. Hit OK. And that is 4 inches. Make sure you say add a bar. As soon as I'm going to say add a bar, watch here. This joint here will be gone. Add a boss. Look at that. It's just joint into that one bar. And then okay. So now if you're going to click on that, the whole thing selected, this is just a one solid body. Levels, turn that off. And this is your solid. Now, any question, guys? We good? Okay, so we were talking about surfaces the other day, right? Here, surfaces. So when you go to surface, Now, this is very common, we do that. Let's say you want to, this is a simple part. Let's say you want to work here in this fillet, in this radius right here, this area, or just on this area right here, you know? So I want to convert this solid into surfaces. So here is my level. I'm gonna pick level 3. And under level 3, I'm gonna say these are my surfaces. SRFACES, surfaces, hit enter. So I'm on level 3. So I'll go to surfaces. I'm gonna say create surface from solid. We created this solids using solid, right guys? So solid is just one solid. Look at that. Just like this here, it's just total solid. This thing is all solid. This is solid. The part we did here, this part is solid. Solid. It's not hollow inside. But again, when you create a tool path, you can machine this, you use solid or you use surface, your end product is going to be the same. But here now, let's say if I want to create surfaces from solid, we can do it and we can work on each little area of that surfaces. So we go to surfaces, and I put surfaces on different level, level 3. So I'm going to say surfaces from solids. Look at what it says. Select that, set option, press enter, okay. So this is already selected, that hit enter. And watch what you see. You see solid and surfaces, they are bleeding into each other. Bleeding, the sense means exact same surfaces, same for surface with solid and from surfaces. And hit end of the selection, okay. And now you can see here under level, I'm going to turn solid off, and there are my surfaces. Look at that. These are my surfaces, and I can pick each surfaces, different surface. I can work on any surfaces I want. I want to work in this area, pick that surface. And you want to work just on this radius, pick that surface. You want to work in this area, just pick that. And let's say you just want to work only in this area. You want to create a tool path, or just in this area. So what you do, just click this one, and this here. Just want to work on this area and right click and move that to a different surface. Use and say I want to do surface 5, and you name this handle. HANDL. You can say handle surface or surface handle, doesn't matter. And hit OK. So now you got that surface handle. You want to work on just on surface handle, turn surface handle on and turn everything else off. And you can work just on that area. Just create a tool path. So that's the beauty. But unfortunately, you cannot create a solid from surface. It doesn't work. Now you say, can I create, like we did surfaces for last 8 weeks? So you think that you can create solid from surfaces? No, it doesn't work. Solid only works with your geometry like we created, yes. But once you have a once you have a solid, then you can create the surfaces from the solid. And this is something we do common, guys. When you work on SolidWorks, you have a file from SolidWorks. You import your file SolidWorks into MasterCam. That's the first thing you do. You create solid. You create surfaces from solid first. So you have 2 different levels. You have solids. You have surfaces. Make sense? You went to levels. You want to keep that on. You want to keep either the want to keep. Okay. The way you see that right now, I have solid and surface on. When you see this is something you have to be you gotta understand, because we're gonna use these in your next 3D toolpath class. When the tool is gonna cut the surfaces, and if 2 colors are bleeding into each other just like that, that means they're ditto, same surfaces are. When they bleed into each other, you see both colors, means it's the same surface. So you can also go ahead and turn surfaces on. You can work on solid. Turn this handle off also. It is my stop. All right, any questions, guys? Yes,
I'm having trouble visualizing the profile for the front line of the main body. How do you determine how high the access is? That's this.
We created 0.625, we created 0.5, where they intersect the total distance from this center to this center is half an inch plus 625 is 1.12.
Oh, you don't add the .250 or two?
That's a radius we did after.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We just created those two first, then we created this.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I think I explained before you walked and you came late, that's why you're missing it. All right, guys, so just go ahead and give a shot, and I want to show you one more thing after you finish this, the same part, we'll talk to later.
No. Sleep.